There's so much to do and so much to see on Royal Caribbean's Symphony of the Seas. Let's take a look at my top 5 things that you must do. Hey, welcome to Cruise Savvy. My name is Barb. I'm so happy that you're here, and I'm happy that you decided to stop by and take a look at our channel. For all of my loyal cruisers, thank you for your continued support. So, I just returned from a 7-day cruise on this beautiful ship called the Symphony of the Seas. It was so much fun. There were so many things to do, and there is a lot of must-dos. It was so hard for me to narrow it down to just a top 5. I did slip in a little honorable mention at the end, so stick around for that. So the first thing we want to talk about is the Broadway show here on the Symphony of the Seas. It's called Hairspray. Many of you have heard of Hairspray. It's one of Broadway's biggest hits. It's a winner of 8 Tony Awards plus other prestigious awards. The Symphony of the Seas entertainment crew does an amazing job. This is a show that's actually set here in my hometown, Baltimore, Maryland, back in the early 60s, and it follows a young girl named Tracy as she has this newfound influence, and she's advocating for racial integration on a dance competition television show of all places. Outstanding choreography. The stage set is spectacular. Wonderful job. The cast is so talented. It just brings this show to life. So the only miss, and I'm probably the only one that noticed this in the entire theater, but the only miss, and I can't go without mentioning this, is the Baltimorean accent. Again, being born and raised here in Baltimore, I am the expert. There was more of a Boston or a New England accent, I think. Actually, John Travolta nailed it with his portrayal of Tracy's mother, Edna Turnbland. So be sure to check out Hairspray. You do need to make your reservations in advance on the Symphony, and it did sell out quickly. So be sure to do that. If for some reason you didn't get your reservation, they have a standby line, and it did appear that most people were getting in. Let's go on to number 2, hon. The Crazy Quest. Now, if you can stay up late, the Crazy Quest is a must-do. I've mentioned this a couple times on other videos. You guys are probably tired of hearing about the Crazy Quest, but I'm telling you, I do it on every single ship. I think there was one time I wasn't able to stay up, and I was so disappointed in myself the next day because I heard everyone talking about how much fun they had. So this is an adult-only scavenger type game. So you're divided into teams, and you have to find select items within your team. You will have 2 team captains. It's a boy and a girl, and they are instructed by the host of the show to find different things within their team, and they have to be the first one to bring it back to the host. Now, as teams are running back to the host, they have a little card that has their team number on it, and you'll hear the host saying Team 5, Team 4, Team 1, and in that order, there's a scorekeeper, and the scorekeeper, when they hear those numbers in that order, are assigning point values. So if you come in first place, you get a certain, let's say 5 points, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down the line. At the end, whoever has the most points wins. But it starts out innocent enough. You know, you might be asked to find some simple items like a $2 bill or a credit card of some sort. But then as it progresses, it gets a little more risque, and you will be asked to do a bunch of crazy stuff, taking and giving different parts of your clothing or dancing in a certain way. You don't have to participate. If you just want to kind of sit back and watch, you can still, you'll still be on a team, but you can sit towards the back and just watch, and you will laugh. It is so much fun. They do make sure there's no kids in there. They let you know if there's any kids under 18, they have to leave. Also, they state that if you're easily offended, you go, because you need to have an open mind. You just need to know you're going in there to have a good time. Don't take anything serious and just enjoy yourself. It's a hoot. I mean, I was there with 520-something boys, men, and a couple of my girlfriends. And I think they were more embarrassed that they were sitting with us than we were of what they were doing. But we had so much fun. We ended up in the team. We were in team 5. We won the whole thing because we had the best team. So they weren't afraid to do the things, and they weren't afraid to get down there and act silly. So we had a really good time. So I'm going to show you some video here. I'll take a look at some of the things that happened during our quest.
Three baseball cap. 3 baseball cap. 3 baseball cap. 3 baseball cap. Number 3, number 6, number 5, number 1, organizing. Number 2, number 1, number 3, number 6, number 4. Would you like to see these guys dancing for you? DJ, hit it please.
Okay, hopefully you got a little taste of that. Next, the Aqua show. The Aqua show on the Symphony is called Hiro, not really sure how to pronounce it. And I'm not really sure what it was supposed to be about. I don't know what the theme, like the plot, if there was a plot, I wasn't sure what that was. But it was amazing to watch nevertheless. The high diving was insane. I still can't figure out how these people go up that high with a ship that's moving and rocking, and it's at night. And the pool looks to be about that little while you're all the way up there, I'm sure. But these performers, they dance, they dive, they walk a tightrope, they fly over the crowd and do different type of acrobatics. The pool has a moving floor. It comes up when the dancers are dancing on it, and then it goes down when the divers are coming down. And that makes me nervous because I'm so afraid it's not going to go down all the way when they're diving from such a high place. But so far, so good. It appears that those dancers, they all dive in the water too, and it appears that they go in and they stay in there for a really long time. I'm thinking, oh my goodness, like how are they dancing, high cardio, jumping in the pool and holding their breath for what seems like 5-10 minutes sometimes. I did learn on previous sailings that they have oxygen tanks in the pool. You can't see them, but when they dive in, they're hooking up to an oxygen mask and they're down there while the other folks are doing their performance. And then when it's time for them to come back up, they've got enough air, they come up and they continue on. It's wild. You guys will love it. Hiro will provide something for everyone in your family. It is definitely a must-do. Okay, so for many years, we did not pay for dining packages or specialty dining. We always went to the main dining room, but more recently, we started trying some of the restaurants, and we did pay for we paid for a 3-night dining package. So we went to specialty dining 3 of the 7 nights. The other times, we were in the main dining room. We went to Izumi, Chops, and Jamie's Italian. While they were all good, we had 8 in our party. Everyone agreed, hands down, Izumi was the best. I had the beef tenderloin and lobster, and it was wonderful. I know that Chops makes an amazing filet, but this Izumi was next level, and the way they presented the lobster was spectacular. So go try that. But they offer chicken and shrimp and I think a New York strip, but you get your typical hibachi grill experience where you have a little bit of entertainment. You get your rice and salad and the dessert and vegetables, all of that. So we all agreed that Izumi put that down on your must-do list. You want to do the hibachi side. They do have a sushi side. I'm not a sushi eater. Some people in my party were. They had sushi, I think, for lunch one day, and they thought it was great. But do your hibachi, take the family, especially if you're celebrating something like a birthday or an anniversary. This is the place to go. Okay, coming in at number 5, the Abyss. What's the Abyss, you ask? Have you seen that top of the Oasis class ships? That's the Abyss. So I've been on Oasis class 5 times now, and I have never taken this Abyss. It's a slide. It's a dry slide. I always look at it and think I want to do it, but I'm always finding reasons not to do it. I've noticed that as I've gotten older, I'm getting more chicken. Younger, I used to do everything. Roller coasters, you name it, I would do it. So I really wanted to try the Abyss. So I said this time I was going to do it no matter what. Every time the guys went up to do it, they wanted me to join, but I was always carrying a water bottle, purses, different things, and you can't go down that slide with all your items. After the guys went down, me and the girls were up there and decided we were going to do it. So the only thing I had with me was a small purse, and they said I could just tuck it down in, you sit in like a sack. So they said I could put it down near my feet in the sack. I had no reason now, no excuses not to go down the Abyss. The scariest part for me was just standing at the top. There, the floor is glass, so you can see all the way down to the ocean while you're moving on the ship. And I've never been afraid of heights, but that scared me. My knees were, I could feel my knees shaking a little bit. I'm not going to lie. And one of my other friends, she was holding on to me for dear life. I'm thinking, don't hold on to me because I need to hold on to you. So it was 3 of us. We went up. Again, that was the scariest part for me. Once you sat down and you got in your sack and you kind of scoot yourself up to the edge and you go, it was great. It is dark in there. There's lights. I was going to tape it, but they won't let you take any cameras or anything like that. But there are lights inside and there are sounds inside. It looks like a ginormous drop when you're looking at it from the outside, but really the drop isn't that bad when you're inside. It is fun. I'm telling you, I came out of that thing. I must have been smiling ear to ear, and I was ready to go up and do it again. So put all your excuses just to the side and trust me. Doesn't matter what your age is, what your size is, just get up there and go down this slide. And then let me know in the comments if you liked it or not. So as I mentioned, I was traveling with my sons plus their friends. So I asked them what their top 5 would be or what they would put in the top 5. And they said the Abyss. So we have that already. The one thing that they said that I did not say were the nightclubs. So I didn't go to the nightclubs. I mean, I was lucky if I could stay up to, I think midnight, 1:30 was my latest. These guys were out until 3, 4 in the morning. I can't do that. But they really like the nightclubs. I personally don't have any pictures or stories or images to show you for that. They say it's a must do. So if you're watching this and you're in that age category that likes the club, they're saying go in the nightclubs on the Symphony of the Seas. If I can steal some of their video, I know they've got the video. They've got videos. They just don't want mom to see it. So whatever crazy stuff happens in those nightclubs, it's somewhere. And if I can get a hold of it before this video releases, then I'll be sure to add it. If not, just go do it and let me know how it goes. All right, here's my honorable mention. Now that you stuck with me through my top 5 and my boys' additional, I can't let this end without talking about the fantastic bartenders at the Schooner Bar. Typically, the Schooner Bar is where you'll go grab a drink and you'll do lots of trivia will happen in there. They have a piano player at times, a singer. You know, it's kind of a chill, lay back. It's a nice place to hang out pre-drinks before you go to your dinner or after drinks. We found ourselves in there almost every day, multiple times a day. So the staff that was there typically at night was Justine, Hassie, Russell, and I called him the boss. He was the boss of everyone. I forget what his name is, and I apologize.
Hello, Mr. Ferry.
Hi.
How are you?
Great. How are you?
I'm doing great. How about you?
Wonderful.
What can I get you to drink?
They were so much fun. They made us special drinks. They made up crazy drink names. So we would like these drinks, but we didn't know what their real name is. So coming home, I can't go up to a bartender here and say, I would like a boom boom kiss kiss, because these were the kind of names that they were giving the drinks. They were great. We had a blast with them. I will show you some videos here of them making some drinks, and we had a wedding party. It was not part of our group, but we had a wedding party on board that were also in the Schooner Bar one night, and we bought them a round of drinks. So we just had so much fun in the Schooner Bar. While it was so difficult for us to just pick a few favorites, there were plenty more. I could sit here all day and talk to you about all the great things on the Symphony. I was excited to meet many of you around the ship and on Coco Cay. Let's take a look at what some of my new friends from New York have to say. So what do you think about the Symphony of the Seas?
I love the Symphony of the Seas.
That's my boat.
Yes. We're
Fat man for the rail.
actually going on
Great
again
ship.
next year.
Are you?
Great ship,
Signed up for
fantastic.
the
We were on Oasis of the Seas last year, same 7-day cruise, and we were on Symphony, and
Awesome.
it's a good ship.
Fantastic. We signed up for another cruise for next year on the same ship, Symphony. My sister and her husband.
Sister? Husband?
Love it here.
Perfect.
Symphony was beautiful.
This Hideaway Beach is brand new. We love it. We were here in April, first time, and I told our brother-in-law and sister-in-law, they're going to love it here.
We're cruising newbies.
So whether you're a seasoned cruiser or a newbie, you're going to love the Symphony of the Seas. I know we all did. I'm going to end the video today a little differently and just leave you guys with some photos of our trip. If you happen to like the video, please hit that subscribe button. We would love to have you as part of the family. I'm going to be doing a full ship tour of the Symphony of the Seas here this month, as well as maybe a top 5 of things you might want to avoid on the Symphony, because there was a couple of those. So enjoy the photos, and if you're out there right now on the Symphony or any other cruise ship for that matter, happy sailing.